Hello, I am Mr.RedEye 75, and this is a speedrunning tutorial video for Armored Core. The category I'm going over today is the no major glitches, no mission failures. The Armored Core 1 speedrun is very straightforward, but it will test all of your fundamental skills in the game. In my right-hand corner, you can see there is a button overlay, so you can see my button inputs as they happen in real time. As well, on the bottom, you can see there is a Japanese translator. That way, if there's any Japanese watchers who would like to learn how to speedrun this game, you can follow along as well. Sometimes there are some mistakes with the auto-translator, so I apologize in advance. So let's jump into it. First, the tutorial. I'll give a brief description, and then we'll run it live. When you go into the tutorial, as long as you're holding forward and boost, the first enemy is always going to act the same. The problem comes from the second enemy, where a lot of RNG variation can come into play. For the first enemy, we're going to try to shoot them 3 to 4 times, do a small hop, and then laser blade. As long as 4 bullets hit and a laser blade connects, the enemy will be destroyed. The problem is that there is a case where a false blade hit can register. It'll look like the blade has contacted the enemy, but no damage will be done. In that case, you'll either reset or try to jump and get another blade hit in as fast as possible. We can minimize this a little bit by turning and leaning our left shoulder into the enemy. This should help to make as much as the laser blade make contact with the opponent as possible. The second enemy is very finicky. He can stay up on the higher level and never come down, forcing you to just reset. And then even if he does come down, he's very good at hitting you or jumping around and making it difficult to finish him off. But same as the first enemy, as long as you hit him with 4 rifle bullets and then a laser blade in the air, it will destroy him. The laser blade has to be while you are in the air, because in Armored Core 1 and Project Phantasma, laser blades do quadruple damage if you initiate them in the air. And we want to rely on that damage boost to finish these guys off as soon as possible. I'm going to put a save state here and we'll see how it goes.
System.
Alright, so he's going to shoot once, twice. Perfect, that's exactly what we want to see. 1, 2, 3, 4. He flew away there, so that's pretty bad. So I shot him 4 times. There we go, just needed the laser blade. So other than that first missed laser blade, that was a pretty good tutorial. If you're just starting the speedrun and this is what your tutorial looks like, you're pretty good. You can go ahead and play the rest of the run now. First thing we want to do is the shop. You're going to sell everything except for your head, your core, and generator, FCS. So we're going to sell the arms, legs, booster, missile, radar, rifle, laser blade. Want to buy the GT2000. Want to buy the 1000P. And we want to buy the T2 boosters. Go to the garage, hit assemble, and then immediately back out. The game will assemble the AC for you. First mission is going to be the Strikers mission. I'm playing on a Japanese version of the game, as that's what I'm most comfortable with, but I will have the English names posted somewhere on this screen. So you should be able to see it right now. For this mission, you're going to immediately boost to the right and backwards like this. You want to pick up this rocket launcher and then boost forward. Feather your boosters while you take out the 2 enemies in front of you. Land to get back some of your energy. Want to fly really high, take this guy out. Make sure he's not on screen while he's exploding. That'll prevent your game from slowing down. For this guy, you want to just hose him down with machine gun fire. Even if it looks like the enemy's on fire and he's already destroyed, and you might be worried about ammo costs, you want to hose him down anyways. For these kind of enemies that are about medium to small size, if you continue to shoot them, even while they're exploding, it will speed up their death animation. This isn't so important in the middle of a stage, but for ending a stage as fast as possible, you want the last guy to be eliminated very quickly. After strikers, it's going to be squatters. For squatters, we want to try and eliminate all the enemies going in a clockwise position for the first room. It's going to go this way. Look for the guy behind the corner. Move over here. Grab this guy. Quickly aim at this one. Boost backwards while you're taking him out. From this hall, we want to take out this guy first. Eliminate this MT. Now, we do this route because there is a chance for this enemy right here to come out of the corner early. This is a 5-second time save over the old route. In the old route, we would eliminate this person first, and then we would have gone over and destroyed the MT that's hiding in this room. If you do this new route, and he comes out of the corner here, that is a free 10-second time save. After squatters, we move on to Unknown MT. Unknown MT is a very straightforward mission. This is one where we want to hose down the last enemy to speed up his destruction animation. You're faster when boosting on the ground, so we don't want to really do a bunch of bunny hops. Not until we're just about out of energy. The more time you spend boosting on the ground, the better. Very clean. Next is my favorite mission to do early in the run. This is Security MTs. This is basically just like a shooting gallery mission. You want to try and be fast, dodge their bullets. You need to be aware of where all the targets are. That way you can quickly acquire them and take them out. Don't forget the guy here who's going to be hiding behind the building. There's going to be one right around the corner here as well. Back it up. When you're doing this mission, just try to have fun with it. Memorize where all the enemies are, and then figure out a pattern that's fastest for you. Next mission on the list is Rescue Truck. This is where you can get some pretty bad RNG, or where a lot of resets can happen. Security MT is one of my favorite early missions. This is one of my least favorite early missions. There's going to be 3 general purpose ACs for the first wave of enemies, followed by 2 more. Let's take out this guy first. Be very careful when shooting at these 2. If they're on the left side of your screen, don't shoot. There's a chance you might hit the truck instead. If the truck is destroyed, it's run over. Instead, you want to see, yeah, you want to get them into that position like that. So just take your time with it. Don't be too greedy. While they're exploding, we need to quickly get into position over here. Here, we're hitting both of them at the same time. You can see that while my right side Gatling gun was hitting the right side G-Pack, my left side was hitting the left side one. We like to call that a double G-Pack skip. If you're playing on the PlayStation 5, you don't have to worry about looking down like I did. Your game shouldn't experience slowdown. But if you're playing on classic hardware, such as the PlayStation or PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3, you will experience a lot of slowdown while they're exploding. So in order to save time, you want to look down at the ground as soon as possible. That will prevent your game from slowing down immensely. Next up is Reclaim Oil. Similar to with the G-Packs, there will be floating helicopter enemies in this mission. While they are exploding, they will slow your game down significantly. So we want to hose them down to make them explode faster. Boost forward a little bit, aim up, shoot, wait for him to explode completely. Do the same to this guy. Same for this guy. Right here. We're aiming up, so we don't have to worry about really hosing him down. Fly up. Good to go. Squatters 2. Squatters 2 is very similar to Squatters number 1. We're going to eliminate all the enemies in roughly the same manner. We want to start with these two in the middle first. Boost over, grab the guy in the corner. Turn around, eliminate him, and now this guy as well. You want to be aware of this enemy's placement. There is a chance for him to be behind this pillar and you won't be able to hit him. You need to be able to react on your feet. If you see him behind the pillar, you need to quickly move over, shoot him from this direction. Turn around, take out this guy. Here, I like to take out the enemies on the left first. I like to do this because this enemy MT right here is more likely to come out of the corner when you're making your approach. So right here, this is kind of bad RNG. Usually he'd be out here in the middle by the time you reach him. I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in the video right here. I'm going to go through and do this level the intended way at full speed so you can gotta get an idea of what it should look like.
System 起動
Next is worker removal. The quickest way to destroy all of our little buddies is by blowing up the generators.
System 起動
Boost straight here. Now, the moment the door clears your Gatling guns, you want to fire and start looking down at the exact same time. Same as before, by looking down, that will greatly diminish how many lost frames that you get there. Go in here, shoot this guy. Turn, destroy this generator. Something to keep a note. If you were to look down, turn, and leave this room too quickly, it will despawn the explosions, and a worker robot will survive in this room. So what I like to do is after shooting this generator, I will wait for a little solar flare to pop up, and then that's when I will turn and leave the room. For example. There it is, and now I'll leave. Same thing can happen in this room, but you're already in here. Oh, so I must have left too early. So if we go back, you're going to see that there's going to still be a guy in this room. Who did I miss? Where is it? Oh, there's a guy. It was in this room. When I was giving an explanation, he must have moved outside of the range of the explosions. Sorry, buddy. Same as the last mission, I'll go ahead and put a cut here and give you a demonstration of what this mission should look like at full speed.
System 起動。
レイブン、聞こえますか？発電機に攻撃を加えると爆発する危険性があります。気をつけて行動してください。
目標達成。
Next is remove gun implants. Very straightforward mission. We want to take out the 4 gun batteries, and we're going to do it from left to right, back, then left.
System 起動。
The gun batteries don't have a quick destruction animation, so don't just hose them down, you'll just be wasting ammunition. After gun implants, we're going to be doing another shop. For this, we're going to sell, I believe, everything. In return, we're going to buy the 0. We're going to buy the XCL01. We're going to buy the 25 2s. We're going to buy the SF. We're going to buy the 10K generator. We're going to buy the 21. Do not sell the T2s. Going to keep the T2s. And then remember, all you have to do is hit assembly and then back out as quickly as possible. The next mission is Terrorist Pursuit. This one you need to do very quickly, as the enemy in this mission will start to descend down several floors, and it'll make it very hard to catch up to him and shoot him. If you're not comfortable taking them out quickly, what you can do is go to the exit on the first floor and just body block him from escaping. So I'm going to put a safe state here, and I will show you both examples. Here's the first example of how you can do Terrorist Pursuit.
System 起動。 標達成
And here is the second example of how you can do terrorist pursuit.
システム起動 目標達成
It all comes down to what feels most comfortable for you. Of course, as you get better, the first style is going to save you the most time overall. But if you're still early into speedrunning and you just want to get runs done, it's perfectly alright to do the second style by body blocking the door. After terrorist pursuit is stop threat. For this, it's very important to remember when you are turning corners, you want to also be strafing into the corner. This saves you a lot more time, and it's a lot faster than just doing naked turns. So as you watch my inputs, you'll see that whenever I turn around a corner, I'm also strafing into it at the same time. If you turn a corner like this, it's much slower. You're losing 3 to 4 frames. Just follow the path I'm taking and you'll be alright. We switched to quad legs because quad legs have a much higher horizontal speed cap in the air compared to bipeds and reverse joints. So in order to get a lot of speed out, we want to try and maximize our time in the air, but also be careful of our energy. Because when we get to slopes like this, it can get really scary. Goodbye, buddy.
発見 目標
And that's stop
達成
threat. Next is Fuel Depot, the Karasawa mission. There's also a couple of ways that you can do this as well. I will put a save state right here so we can see both the old and the new routes. This is the first example of how you can do this mission.
システム
This is the old route in which we go clockwise around the room.
異常発生異常発生異常電波確認
Oh, we got a nice little damage boost there. It's free airtime. Make sure you take that guy out in the corner first before you go into this room. The spread on the bullets can be a little finicky, so you want to make sure you shoot dead center when possible.
敵接近
Grab the Karasawa.
危険危険武器パーツ入手
Then you want to try and be very quick with these. You don't want to spend too much time trying to hit these guys. Because we took that first one out before going to the room, we don't have to make as harsh of a turn. We can just do a nice little casual turn there to get back on the track.
破壊完了
レイフその程度で十分でしょう
And that's the mission. That is the old routing style.
達成
Now here's an example of the new routing style.
システム
In this case, we're going to go counterclockwise, but we want to snatch this tank first.
発生異常
I want to make sure we turn and grab these very carefully since these have a different range from the other ones. So see there, you want to make sure that you shoot all 3 of these individually. They are not close enough. Same as before, make sure you grab those there so you don't have to make a harsh turn when you come out. And then you do the second room as usual. Make sure you shoot dead center. Removes the variation on your machine gun fire. Oh, a little sloppy there. This is a very scary mission to do. The reason why we do it this way is because we are so far away from the door that by the time the lady is done talking, the game will allow us to finish the mission. So see right there? The operator gives us the message that it's time to escape, and then once we get to the escape point, we're able to transition out of the mission. Using the older route, because the tank is so close to the door by the time we destroy it, she'll still be talking even when we get to the escape point. Or the escape point, rather. Once again, I apologize for any inaccuracies picked up by the translator. Anyways, it's time to move on to the next mission. The next mission is Survey Team.
System 起動.
For here, you just want to memorize the route. Remember that to strafe into your turns in order to have faster turns. And kind of be careful about how you decide who to shoot and when to shoot them. These guys have no physical defense, so with the machine gun arms, you can destroy them immediately. But if you have too many explosions going on screen, that will slow your game down. But it is a good idea to shoot them every once in a while, because if they hit you, they can cause you to plummet to the ground and hard land unexpectedly, which will incur like a second time loss. On the other hand, they can shoot you upwards and give you a bit of a damage boost, which is always nice when it happens. Like right there, see, that's the hard landing I'm talking about. Get these two guys out of the way and then try and shoot the door as fast as possible. Next up is Prototype 1, a very straightforward mission. We just want to boost forward and strafe left a little bit. When it stops, we stop, and we just want to hose it down. 99% of the time, it will just stand there and allow you to destroy it.
System 起動.
Other instances, sometimes it likes to jump up in the air. You do want to be ready for that, because if he jumps like that, and you shoot and destroy him while he's in the air, if he touches the ground during his exploding animation, he will immediately vanish, and that will save you a couple of seconds in the long run. It doesn't always happen. When it does happen, it's quite nice. Next is Secret Factory. For Secret Factory, the moment you gain control of your AC, you want to turn clockwise. The entrance to the secret facility is very close by, and on this version of the mission, we want to destroy the lock. So you see that watchtower, boost forward, there's our target. And then you just want to kind of shoot blindly in the direction of the target. The further away that you're able to manually shoot it, the faster the mission goes. After Secret Factory is Guard Wharf Warehouse. This one does have a little RNG fluctuation. There's going to be 2 waves of enemies that are going to approach. And the second wave of enemies can have their spawning variations change greatly depending on where your position on the map is. So if we get a bad variation, I'm going to reset the mission and try to show you an example of what a good variation looks like. But it's alright, we're going to get it on the first try. Because this is no mission fails, we can't just steal the radar. That does incur a mission loss. First, boost up here, look into the air. Slowly slide backward and just tap. These guys have very low AP. You can take them out in just a couple of shots. Immediately go here to the left corner. We got a bad spawn. So this Torminator unit is going to be all the way out here. We want him to be over where the other 2 flyboys were. If he spawns there, that's very bad. We also got a bad spawn here as well. There should be 2 here instead of 1. That means both of them are going to be over here instead. This guy is going to be behind the warehouse, making it very troublesome to hit. You have to come all the way around to see him. So that was an example of a bad spawn position. Let's try and find a good one. Once more, come up here close, aim in the air. Just tap a little bit. Be careful of your ammo. You can run out of ammo on this mission. Here, we got a good spawn. Oh, no, we didn't. He was a bit closer than he did last time, so that's an acceptable variation. Now, here's the good variation. Both of them are over here. This is a lot better because now this guy's out in the open. You don't have to fly all the way around the warehouse to see him. Next up, Dark Souls. Once you gain control of your AC, turn clockwise. Aim down. And the tanks are quite far away, so they're not going to be visible, but as we approach, they will pop into view. So there we go. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you take out these 2 guys first. Oh, clean up this guy. Didn't quite get him. And here's our last target. There can be some slight variation in how fast the tanks are destroyed, depending on if they step on any of the mines or not. The next mission is plus Escapee. For this mission, you need to try and get and shoot him as quickly as possible to get the best time save. If you miss him on the first approach, he will cross over behind a pillar and you will lose a second waiting for him to re-emerge into your line of fire. So aim up. Oh, yeah, very good. There we go. See, he was about to cross over the pillar. If he does that, you do have to waste time waiting for him to re-emerge. You have to turn around. You have to chase him over to the second building. But as long as you aim up a little bit as you make your approach, his flight path is most of the time the exact same. But even if you miss it, you don't have to worry about resetting. It's not that big of a deal. For the beginning of Organisms, there is a rock that's in the way at the very beginning that can push your AC around like crazy. So you want to be careful, like see that? The collision there? The most difficult part about this mission is getting inside the tunnel. So if you're at the beginning, you want to not jump, not do that. You want to do something like that is what you want to do. Just a nice little wiggle into it. We're going to making left-hand turns. We want to make sure that we make left-hand turns whenever we see that there's a little buddy. You can think of the little buddies as being like road marks for you, letting you know where you should be turning left. If there's not a little buddy, you don't want to turn left. So right here, little buddy, turn left. At the end of this hallway, want to keep going, ignore all those guys. Little buddy, turn left. And now we got Big Mama.
目標達成
As long as you remember to turn left whenever you see one little buddy, you'll be alright. But there are a lot of dead ends and a lot of tunnels that can really get a lot of new people confused. For this next mission, we need to buy 2 different parts. We want to make sure that we buy the QL cannon. And if you have the money for it, we want to buy the Cinder K. This mission in English is the Security MTs.
システム起動
There is a little bit of unique pathing that we're going to be taking in this mission. Because we need to destroy these locks.
解除
And we grab the QL because the QL will allow us to destroy the locks from the other side of the wall. So we're going to do that for the next door coming up. So after the second door, we want to preemptively equip our QL cannon. We're going to take the first 2 right turns. Roll up here and then just fire a few shots.
解除
Switch back to the machine gun. Take 2 left turns. And here's target number 1. From here, we're going to turn right. Take this guy out. Switch to the QL. And we want to shoot the second target through here. You're going to have to manual aim it. It's going to take 3 shots. Continue.
目標達成
Now, when you're taking your shots at the second objective, we did see that there was an enemy in that hallway. Now, if he passes across your field of view, your FCS will lock onto him. Just wait for him to go on by. He will slide past you completely. In the old route, you would sell the QL here, but we're going to hold on to it for a little bit longer.
システム起動
Just follow the path I'm taking here. Remember to strafe into all of your turns. For the first hole, you're going to turn counterclockwise. Immediately into the next hole, turn clockwise. For here, you want to preemptively be ready to go into reverse and then turn around while moving. Just like this.
目標
And there you go.
入手目標達成
Next mission is guard airplane. This is why I like to keep the QL. For guard airplane, if you're able to eliminate all the enemies fast enough, it will skip one of the dialogue boxes, at least in Japanese. I'm not sure if it will skip the dialogue box in English. We'll try and see if we can't see an example here today.
所属不明不散機が接近中。注意してください。
We're going to wait for 2 Cerberus units to fall in. Give your QL some time to lock onto them. Switch to the Gatling guns. Want to strafe a little bit, that way you can hit the guys in behind. There we go. Wait a couple of seconds. Jump up in the air, get ready to aim down. We need to take out 2 cycles. So there's 1, 2. See, we were very close to skipping the dialogue box there. After that, we just have to wait. There's an airplane over there that's going to explode that has a decoy president. There you go. Can't skip that, unfortunately. But that is guard airplane. Prototype Test 2 is a very unfortunate RNG heavy mission. The chaos units in this map can either stand still and allow you to take them out very quickly, or they can jump, run around, juke you, and it becomes a nightmare. For the first one, we're going to go left around the building, and we're going to pray that he decides to stand still and go into Gatling gun mode. So like right there. That's not too bad. Now immediately you want to go up here, you want to go on top of this building. And then wait right here on the back corner. If you do that, this guy will always spawn on that building. And very nice, he just did a little jump. Now if you're not in the back corner of that building when he would spawn in, he will spawn in the exact opposite location. So if we imagine the map as being a square, and if that building he spawned on was in the upper left, then instead he would spawn in the bottom right. So if you do not see him spawn in the correct location, you are too far ahead and you need to turn around and reacquire your target immediately. Next is playing computer. Playing computer is just a pain because there's a lot of very tiny enemies that we have to track down and destroy. And they enjoy flying around. Sometimes they go out of bounds. Sometimes they hide behind the crater. It's overall a nightmare. But as long as you acquire your targets, pay attention to your radar, and take them out as soon as possible, shouldn't be too much of a hassle. Can you see right there, that guy, he's trying to escape. Make sure you listen to your audio. Listen for him to explode so you know when to stop shooting. This is a map where you really don't want to run out of ammo. So right there, 132, that's a good amount of ammo to have. If you have 132, you can use your machine guns to take out Kamui, who's going to drop in here. If you have less than 130, you should probably rely on your QL cannon to get the first couple of hits. So give the QL some time to lock on. When you're almost out of energy, switch to your machine gun and then finish it out. If you can get through prototype test and playing computer without too much hassle, the rest of the run is pretty simple and clean. Easy to go through. Now we want to sell the QL. So we are finished with the QL. We can get rid of it. All it's doing now is slowing us down. Next is AC battle. This is the 1v2 fight. We want to take out the guy on the left first. Turn, strafe, lock on, and just fire away. Like this. Let me boost back a little bit. Okay, he's gone. Now quickly target the next guy. Keep him in your sights, and we're finished.
目標達成
Oh, okay, this is Base Occupants. Base Occupants is a very long labyrinth mission, which is why we take off the QL. We don't want the QL slowing us down. We don't want the QL ticking up our energy. Let's see if I remember the routing for this.
何か秘密があるはずだ。二手に分かれて探索しよう。
システム起動
For this mission, I don't mind taking shots at all the little spider bots that you encounter. They do take up a lot of space in these very narrow hallways. So if you see a lot of them are ahead of you, it's best to err on the side of caution and just take them down. We're gonna take our first right here. From here, you're gonna take 3 left turns. So anytime you see you can take a left turn, take it immediately. There's one. Stand still a little bit. Get an opportunity to restore our energy at the doors. Here's our second left-hand turn. Here's our third left-hand turn. Now we're just going to keep going straight. Be careful of your red bar. I play it quite dangerous, but if you're new to this, you might not want to run it so close to busting.
脱出艇発見作戦終了
But that's about as well as that mission can go. We didn't really get hard stuck by any of the spiders, and they kind of stayed out of our way the entire time. Right after Base Occupants is another labyrinth mission. This is gas exposure.
System 起動
The key thing to keep in mind here is recognizing when you've actually placed a bomb on one of the generators. It feels really bad to pass right by and then not plant a bomb. Be in the middle of the doors and be careful when you're boosting in. Doors in this game do not like quad legs. If you try to boost into a door as it's opening, it can fling you all over the place. So stay in the direct middle. Wait until it looks like you have good clearance, and then boost forward.
爆弾セット
See, right there, I had to press the button quite a few times before it finally recognized the input. Now, there are a lot of spider bots here, but make sure that you keep a little bit of ammo for the end. There is a door that you need to shoot. So if you used all of your ammo destroying the spiders to get them out of your way, you're unfortunately not going to have any ammo to destroy the last door. They try to get you with that one. That one's on the side there instead of in the back. Just another thing to keep in mind. Go straight ahead, go right down this ramp. Having the extra energy from the Cinder K is very nice. It lets us stay in the air a lot longer. That's where we're at our fastest, is in the air.
セット
Getting a lot of nice damage boosts from the guys behind us. And then it all got negated by that one guy. Yeah, when you allow the spider bots to live, you're always taking a risk. Sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they're not. Yeah, make sure that you have a lot of energy for that ramp. I played it kind of dangerous there. But if you have a mild amount of green, and as long as you're feathering your boosters quite quickly, you should be able to get up there. Here's the grade I was talking about. So always make sure that you keep one bullet left for that guy. That is gas exposure.
目標達成
At this point in the run, it's kind of relaxing. It's just a lot of long hallways. There's not a lot of scary RNG that you gotta worry about. Not until later, at least. But if you've made it past a destroy plane computer, you can kind of chill out.
レイブ小型タイプには構わずに繁殖能力のある大型のみを狙ってください。
Here's our first target. She's going to be over here to the left a little bit. If you're able to do it fast enough and sneak around the corner, you are able to destroy her and then go back out the door before it closes fully. Nice little damage boost. Now the next three targets, they like to be in front of the door. Like right there. Don't even need to enter the room. Don't bother turning here, you can just slide to the left. Or right, rather. And now you slide to the left.
おそらくその辺りに大型タイプがいると思われます。
Turn here.
注意してください。
She'll be right across from you. There you go. Simple, clean, nice, easy. Intruders has a specific kill pattern we want to follow, so I'm going to put a save state here. I'm going to go through this once slowly and then reload, and we'll try to do it more quickly.
System 起動
Let's start the mission. We want to slide to the left here. Back up. And as we're falling, we want to take out this first one. We're going to land in front of the second target. Third target is going to be right across from us. Slide forward a little bit. Aim down for the fourth target. Strafe left and fall backwards. The final target, we're going to fall right off. And into the lava we go.
目標達成
So let's see how that looks if we go a bit faster.
システム起動
レイブ
Remember to hit both L2 and R2 at the same time to reset your camera to neutral. It's quite handy to have in a mission like this. For Air Cleaner, we want to go through this very quickly. There is a dialogue box that will slow you down if you don't do it fast enough. The most difficult thing here is getting through this net. So think of it like basketball. We want no rim. We got a little rim, but that's fine. Don't bother turning, just strafe to the left. When you're here, make sure you aim up and shoot the grate first before you jump. If you jump, your guns will clip through the grate and you'll shoot past it instead of shooting the grate. And you'll incur a large time penalty. This is one of the final parts that has major scary RNG. This is Chrome Uprising. There's going to be 3 chaos units. So that's 3 different chances that they can juke you, run around, jump, play unfair. But there's also a chance that they all just stand still and try to Gatling gun you, and you get a free win. Be careful of how you use your ammunition, because you can run out of ammunition on this mission. So that's 2 very nice targets. Got 1 more. Oh, 3. That's perfect. This is kind of what you want to see. And right there, he gave us a fast kill. Because he initiated his self-destruct in the air, when he touched the ground, he exploded immediately. That is about as perfect of a Chrome Uprising as you can get. Going into the end game for Mop Up Chrome, we're going to do a shop here. We want to buy a new head. We want to buy a radar. We want to buy new arms. We want to buy the 25s. Want new legs. Want to pick up the SSVT. We're going to pick up new optional parts. We already got Cinder K, so here we want to buy the E+ and the EH. With this, we're going to have the final AC that we're going to be using for the remainder of the speedrun. We do this because while quad legs do have a faster horizontal speed cap, they have a very low vertical speed cap. And these last 3 missions all have a lot of going up and down. Biped and reverse joint legs have a much faster vertical speed cap, so they'll be able to fall up and down the shafts in the 3 missions a lot faster than a quad leg can. So we're going to keep radar head, switch to the 25, SSVT, go up, equip the Kurosawa, and then just equip all of your optionals. For the initial descent, we're going to try not too hard land. What I like to do is start holding my booster right where the lip starts to expand out. So right about here. Make sure you feather your boosters when you're going up the ramps. Do not touch the ramps at all. If your feet touch the ramp, you can get glued to them and it will slow down your ascent. So always initiate your boosts and your ascension much sooner than you would touch the ramp. The path here is going to be left turn, straight, left turn, right turn. Don't have to pay any attention to the enemies. They pose no threat. They don't have any bullets that will be able to like stagger us or cause us to hard land. You can completely ignore them. When you get up here and you can kind of see that we're getting close to the end of the tunnel, you want to throw into reverse and make sure that you're exiting while boosting backwards. And he's right in front of you. Oh, if he does that, that's very bad. Usually he'll boost up to meet you, but in this instant, when he boosts backwards, that's just a big time loss. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it. You can try taking manual aim shots at him, but once you get him in your sights, he goes down fairly quickly. Yeah, boosting backwards like that is very unfortunate, and you hate to see it. If you're going for a really good time and your run's very optimized, that is unfortunately a reset. Thankfully, he doesn't do that very often. I don't recommend taking a bathroom break during this cutscene. I've done that before, and when I came back, it had already finished. You're almost at the end of the run. Just hold it in a little bit longer. For Mop Up Chrome 2, it's exactly the same as Mop Up Chrome 1. They put you right here in front of this tunnel, but we're going to ignore this tunnel. Instead, we're going to fly back over to where the hole is and do it all over again. So, second verse, same as the first. Ooh, right there. That's the hard landing we want to avoid. Now, when you get halfway back up to the top, the enemies that spawn in here are a lot stronger than the previous mission. They do have bullets that will kind of like throw you all over the place. So you want to try and take some evasive action when possible. Like those pink shots are very scary. Stay away from those gas tanks too. If they get shot and explode, they can one-shot you. We are very fragile right now. Take some evasive action. And we're safe. There we go. I'm jumping here instead of boosting on the ground because I want to try and save up as much energy for this fight right here. So, check him out. Oh, he jumped. Here we go. There you go. Yeah, there we go. That's a good sledgehammer. Ideally, the moment that you jump out of the exit and land, you can just shoot him while he stands there. And you should be able to take him out before he finishes his dialogue box in both Japanese and English. So if he's catching on fire whilst talking, then you've had a very, very good sledgehammer fight. Alright, here it is, the final mission. The most infamous final mission in Armored Core history. For the first half of this mission, we want to be very careful with our ammunition. Make sure every shot counts. When you go over here and press the door, make sure you're aiming up a little bit. We want to catch the guy that's up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. It takes about 3 to 4 shots to take him out. We did miss some, unfortunately. Yeah, you use this tunnel to your advantage. Just take it nice and easy. When there's one more left, you can start moving towards the door just to save some time. If you have 28 to 29 bullets, that's very, very good. That's plenty of ammunition that you can play around with in the second room. Do a little hop, bonk your head, fall down here directly in front of the elevator. It's very important that you wiggle for good luck. It's almost mandatory. So make sure when you're on this elevator, wiggle for good luck. Aim up a little bit. There's going to be a red G-Pack. We want to try and take this guy out first, just to get him out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, that was perfect. After that, I like to go for the big guys next. Now we got 11 shots. Yeah, easy. Here we go. I'm going to put a safe state here. That way we can have a couple of chances at the final ascension. Generally, what we're looking for is we want the first couple of enemies to damage boost us up the shaft. So we're going to fly right here on this square, jump up, and then feather your boosters carefully. So there we go. There's the damage boost we were looking for. We got one more chance for a damage boost. Very nice. If you get that second damage boost, congratulations, you'll make it. Even if you don't get all the boosts, it's alright. You can land on one of the blocks. Now for here, there's a hole in the dead center that we want to try and land on. Don't worry about 9-ball. He's nothing. There you go. Perfect. Make sure you're facing north when you're falling down that shaft. You'll land directly in front of the hallway you want to take next. Use some shots here. Just get these guys out of the way. Make sure they don't body block you. Right here. Feather your booster a little bit. Watch your feet. Try and use this pattern of seeing, like, when your feet stop moving, stop boosting. Ooh, I don't like 9-ball being right there. That's kind of scary. Guess he's going to be our roommate for a little bit. Get about half your energy back. Go up top. Get up here and turn south. Nice. That was perfect. Despite 9-ball being there and making it look scary, yeah, we came out pretty much unscathed. So there you go. You finished Armored Core 1. You have completed your first speedrun of Armored Core. Your final split is when the save load screen pops up. So right here, do you want to save your game? This is where you would press your final split. For the Armored Core speedruns, time always starts at your first possible button input. So it'd be at new game. And then the run finishes at your last possible button input. So that'd be at the clear data save. So congratulations. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, subscribe. Go watch me on Twitch. I speedrun these games regularly on Twitch. Right now my schedule has them every Friday. But, you know, that can change in the future. This has been my first journey through Armored Core speedrunning with the Armored Core PlayStation 1 trilogy. After this, I'm thinking maybe Armored Core 3. So, who knows what happens? Keep watching. Stay tuned. Stay in contact. Follow, like, subscribe, hit the bell. But most importantly, just go out there and play the games. I want to see more people speedrunning Armored Core. So if you got any help from this, if you found it educational or interesting, go out there and do it yourself. It'd make me very happy if you did. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.